Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review a little drama called Panda Bear It. And this is from writer-director Evan Kidd, and I got a chance to screen this, and I appreciate Evan for reaching out and letting me get a chance to watch his film. This film is an hour and 3 minutes. It is a small, intimate affair focusing on a young rapper who's experiencing the tragic death of his girlfriend and is trying to get his mindset back on track while he's also dealing with the different people in his life, whether it's his grandmother or his boss at the store that he works at, or just connecting with some random people, which it's interesting that the film towards the center of this goes off and veers off into some strange little encounters, but we'll get to that. This film focuses on a rapper, Camus Leonardo, who is portrayed by Damian Elliott Bynum. And what's really important is Bynum gives a really strong, emotional, and endearing performance in this film. And even though this film is really low budget, and there's definitely moments where some of the sounds a little off, or some of the performances might feel a little stiff because some of these actors might not have a whole lot of experience, and obviously you're using a low budget here, but that doesn't take away enough from the fact that Bynum gives a strong, relatable performance. And he's throwing back cheese balls and just trying to deal with his depression and his sadness, and you know what? I think we've all been there. Oh, throwing back some cheese balls. But you have those different situations, and Bynum really raises himself to the occasion of delivering those emotional moments. And basically, this film is indeed a string of conversations for the most part, for an hour and 3 minutes, or some strange interactions with the titular Panda Bear, which is a panda bear suit on someone who's interacting with Bynum's character throughout the film as he's dealing with his grief. And it's an interesting and a different and unique way of dealing with that grief. And it's definitely a different kind of take on it. And trust me, the story in general of dealing with a loss and how it affects the different aspects of your life, it's been done before. We've seen this on film. This one throws in some unique choices. Some of them work a lot better than others. This panda bear thing, I think, is interesting and works. There's also some moments where it kind of goes off completely on a tangent towards the middle of the film, interacting with some of these crazier characters that don't feel necessarily in the very naturalistic elements of the rest of the film, well, besides, the panda here. But I think that's what makes the panda so interesting, is that this feels like a regular world that we're experiencing, except there's some person dressed up like a panda bear. But then you have these weird moments, but what comes out of that, even if it does feel a little off with this middle section of the film, is this interesting and endearing connection that Bynum's character makes with this farmer. And this farmer is played by Eric Hartley, who's very endearing, and he feels like a normal kind of person. Doesn't necessarily feel like an actor playing a role, just kind of feels like he's a genuine person there. And yeah, the dialogue could feel a little stiff at times with some of the interactions in this film, but I think there's enough heart and endearing nature to the film for you to really connect with it. The score is really well done, and there's elements of these moments where you see Bynum's character connecting with these memories of his deceased girlfriend, and they're moving, and they're special, and they're done in an interesting way in how they're framed and shot, even on such a small budget. Yeah, it's an hour and 3 minutes. Nothing's going to really surprise you, and it's not exactly the most ambitious film in terms of what the story's trying to portray, but it does make some unique choices with some of the characters and trying to shake things up. And overall, I think Panda Bear is a enjoyable and fine little drama that's worth checking out. So if you get a chance and you can find Panda Bear It, go check it out right now. I think it'll be worth your time. But those are my thoughts on Panda Bear It. Let me know what you think. and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.